great men remind us that we can make our life sublime, and departing leave behind us footprints in the sands of time. The year 1863 saw the birth of one such great person. Awake, arise, and stop not till the goal is reached. Who else can awaken the dominant spirit in a person with such inspiring words other than Swami Vivekananda? And today, being the 158th birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda, we the students at the Safar House would like to honor him by taking all of you on a journey celebrating his luminary life. Swami Vivekananda was a Hindu monk as well as a social reformer. He was a key figure in the introduction of Indian philosophies like Vedanta and Yoga to the Western world, and is credited for raising interfaith awareness, bringing Hinduism to the status of a major world religion during the late 19th century. He was also a major force in the revival of Hinduism in India and contributed to the concept of Indian nationalism as a tool to fight against the British Empire in colonial India.
Swami Vivekananda seemed to be an embodiment of tranquility. With his magnetic personality and electrifying speech, Swami Vivekananda won over the hearts of all the delegates at the World Parliament of Religion, where he represented India and Hinduism. He made the world understand the glory of our motherland and greatness of Hinduism. He stood for harmony, compassion, and universal brotherhood. The serenity of his mind is reflected in his words. I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. There was divinity in every act of his and sanctity in every word he spoke. Even a depressed and disturbed soul would experience tranquility and will be aroused to action listening to his forceful words. All power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Believe in that and do not believe that you are weak.
8. In 1871, Vivekananda was enrolled at Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar's institution and later at Presidency's College in Calcutta. He was exposed to Western philosophy, Christianity, and science. He had interest in music, both instrumental as well as vocal. He was active in sports, gymnastics, wrestling, and bodybuilding. He was also fond of reading, and until the time he had completed his graduation from the college, he had acquired a vast knowledge of various subjects. Do you know, on the one hand, he read Hindu scriptures like Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads on other hand.
At the threshold of youth, Swami Vivekananda had to pass through a period of spiritual crisis when he was assailed by doubts about the existence of God. It was at this time when he first heard about Sri Ramakrishna from one of his English professors at his college. One day in November 1881, Swami Vivekananda went to meet Sri Ramakrishna, who was staying at the Kali temple in Dakshineshwar. He straightaway asked the master a question which he put to several others but had received no satisfactory answer. Sir, have you seen God? Without a moment's hesitation,
क्या आपने भगवान को देखा है? हाँ, देखा है। जैसे मैं तुझे यहाँ बैठा देख रहा हूँ, ठीक वैसे मानव मन की सगुण अनुभूति उसकी दर्शन करा सकते, उसे देखा भी जा सकता है।
Sri Ramakrishna replied, Yes, I have. I see him as clearly as I see you, only in a much intenser sense. Apart from removing doubts from the mind of Swami Vivekananda, Sri Ramakrishna won him over through his pure, unselfish love. Thus began a guru-disciple relationship which is quite unique in the history of spiritual masters.
His speeches in the World's Parliament of Religions, held in September 1893, made him famous as an orator by divine right and as a messenger of Indian wisdom to the Western world. After the Parliament, Swamiji spent nearly 3.5 years studying Vedanta as lived and taught by Sri Ramakrishna, mostly in the eastern parts of USA and also in London.
We now introduce you to Swami Vivekananda from India and request him to address us. Swami Vivekananda.
sisters and brothers of America, it fills my heart with joy unspeakable to rise in response to the warm and cordial welcome which you have given us. I thank you in the name of the most ancient order of monks in the world. I thank you in the name of the mother of religions. And I thank you in the name of the millions and millions of Hindu people of all classes and sects. My thanks also to some of the speakers on this platform who, referring to the delegates from the Orient, have told you that these men from far-off nations may well claim the honor of bearing to different lands the idea of toleration. I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in universal toleration, but we accept all religions as true. I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and the refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth.
Swami Vivekananda was deeply pained by the wretchedness and the misery of the people of India under the British rule, and in his opinion, education was a panacea of evil plaguing of the contemporary Indian society, especially that of Indian women. I, Margaret, was chosen for the role of educating Indian women. In his letter to me, he wrote, "Let me tell you frankly, I am now convinced that you have a great future in the work for India. What was wanted was not a man, but a woman, a real lioness, to work for Indians, women especially."
Anything that makes you weak physically, intellectually, and spiritually, reject as poison.
No, never say I cannot, for you are infinite. All the power is within you. You can do anything. Quote by Swami Vivekananda.
Take up one idea. Make that one idea your life. Think of it, dream of it, and live on that idea.
A man is not poor without a rupee, but a man is really poor without a dream and ambition.
ఆరంభమౌ ప్రచండమైన యుద్ధమే అఖండమైన శంకరావలాపనే పూరించుదాం. ఆరంభమౌ ప్రచండమైన యుద్ధమే అఖండమైన శంకరావలాపనే పూరించుదాం. జాతి ప్రీతిగాంచ ఖ్యాతి పదములోన యుద్ధ రీతి నీతిగానే విజయము సాధించుదాం. ఆరంభమౌ ప్రచండమైన యుద్ధమే అఖండమైన శంకరావలాపనే పూరించుదాం. జాతి ప్రీతిగాంచ ఖ్యాతి పదములోన యుద్ధ రీతి నీతిగానే విజయము సాధించుదాం. తుది సమరమే ఆరంభం.
In 1984, the Indian government first declared to celebrate the birthday of Swami Vivekananda on 12th January as National Youth Day. Since then, from 1985, it is celebrated as National Youth Day all over the country. The main aim of the government is to make a better future for the country by motivating the youth through the ways of their life and the ideas of the great Swami Vivekananda. It is a great way to wake up the eternal energy of the youth as well as to make the country develop. Many activities are organized on National Youth Day in schools and colleges all across India, including speeches, youth conventions, youth fests, yoga seminars, recitations, competitions, presentations, Surya Namaskar, yoga, sports and music events.
सर, आपने अपने लास्ट लेक्चर में संपर्क यानी कॉन्टैक्ट और जुड़ाव यानी कनेक्शन पर जो स्पीच दी थी वह बहुत ही कंफ्यूज करने वाली थी. क्या आप इसका अंतर पुनः समझा सकते हैं?
आप न्यूयॉर्क से हैं?
या
आपके घर में कौन कौन है?
मेरी माँ अब नहीं है, पिता हैं तथा 3 भाई और एक बहन है, सब शादीशुदा हैं.
आपने अपने पिता से लास्ट कब बात की?
शायद 1 महीने पहले।
क्या भाई बहन अक्सर मिलते हैं? आखिर कब आप सब मिले एक परिवार की तरह?
इंटरव्यू मैं ले रहा हूँ या ये साधु? ऐसा लगा साधु पत्रकार का इंटरव्यू ले रहा है।
क्रिसमस पर 2 साल पहले।
इतना वक्त आप भाई बहनों ने अपने पिता के बिल्कुल करीब बैठकर गुजारा।
3 दिन।
आपने अपने पिता के साथ नाश्ता, लंच या डिनर लिया? क्या आपने उनसे पूछा कि वो कैसे हैं? माता की मृत्यु के बाद उनका वक्त कैसे गुजर रहा है? शर्मिंदा या दुखी मत होना। मुझे खेद है अगर मैंने आपको अनजान में चोट पहुंचाई हो, लेकिन यही आपके सवालों का जवाब है। संपर्क और जुड़ाव यानी कॉन्टैक्ट एंड कनेक्शन। आप अपने पिता के संपर्क यानी कॉन्टैक्ट में हैं, पर आपका उनसे कोई कनेक्शन यानी जुड़ाव नहीं। यू आर नॉट कनेक्टेड टू हिम। आप अपने फादर से संपर्क में हैं, जुड़े नहीं हैं। कनेक्शन हमेशा आत्मा से आत्मा का होता है, दिल से दिल का होता है। एक साथ बैठना, भोजन साझा करना और एक दूसरे की देखभाल करना, स्पर्श करना, हाथ मिलाना, आंखों का संपर्क होना, कुछ समय एक साथ बिताना। आप अपने पिता, भाई और बहनों के संपर्क में हैं, लेकिन आपका आपस में कोई कनेक्शन नहीं है।
मुझे अच्छा और अविस्मरणीय सबक सिखाने धन्यवाद।
स्वामी विवेकानंद हमारे आदर्श हैं। आज ये कविता उन्हीं को समर्पित है। मैं ये मानती हूँ कि उनके बताए हुए संदेशों में से अगर हम एक भी संदेश आत्मसात करें तो हमारे जीवन में ढेर सारे बदलाव और सकारात्मकता का प्रवेश हो जाएगा। मेरा उस महान संत को नमन है और आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि अगर हो सके तो उनके कम से कम एक जीवन संदेश का अनुग्रहित कर अपने जीवन को सफल बनाएं। आज भी परिभाषित है उसकी ओज भरी वाणी से निकले हुए वचन, जिसका नाम था स्वामी विवेकानंद। उठो जागो साथियों, यही कहा था कई सदियों पहले उस महान साधु ने। तब तक ना रुको जब तक लक्ष्य की प्राप्ति ना हो, कहा था उस विद्वान ने जिसका नाम था स्वामी विवेकानंद। सिर्फ सोचोगे तो तुम कमजोर बनोगे, सोचे हुए को करोगे तो तुम महान बनोगे, कहा था उस परम ज्ञानी ने जिसका नाम था स्वामी विवेकानंद। दूसरों के लिए ही जीना है, अपने लिए जीना पशु जीना है, उस स्वामी ने हमें कहा था, जिसने हमें समझाया था कि ईश्वर हमारे भीतर ही है और इंसानियत ही सबसे बड़ा धर्म है। आओ मित्रों, आज हम सफाई ग्रुप के साथ ही मिलकर यह प्रण ले, अपनी दुर्बलताओं से दूर हो एक नए समाज, एक नए भारत का निर्माण करें। जो स्वामी विवेकानंद का सपना है उसे मिलकर साकार करें। यही हमारा सच्चा नमन होगा भारत के उस महान संत को।
स्वामी विवेकानंद, स्वामी विवेकानंद, स्वामी विवेकानंद, स्वामी विवेकानंद।